My name is Cheryl and my son is Dylan, and he's 14 years old and he just currently graduated 8th grade. My son first started having problems in 6th grade when he entered middle school. We noticed that his grades were plummeting very quickly, very drastically. So I had him tested to see if there was any learning disabilities, and they found nothing. Then we hit the 8th grade and continued the downward spiral, and it just got more frustrating, one bit after another. And I got so frustrated. It was one battle after another every single night with him, and our relationship was suffering very hard because of this. Then I started talking to some people from Huntington, and I was very resistant to going to Huntington. I kept saying, I can't afford this, I don't think it's going to help him. And I had a conversation with a couple of the members from Huntington, and they told me, you can't afford not to do this for your son. We're going to build his confidence. We're going to help him get through this and figure out what the underlying problem is and work through it. So I called up and I got him in for testing, and we sat down for the conference, and they showed us that in 8th grade he was doing pretty much everything at a 6th grade level, which didn't surprise me, but again, I should have done something earlier on had I known. So then he started Huntington, and I started to see some changes. He was doing his homework in Huntington, which then took the pressure off of me of fighting with him to get it done. But we were also at a very crucial period. It was April, and he needed to graduate in June. And we didn't know at this point if he was going to graduate, because he was really riding a fine line of not graduating at all. I picked him up one night, and we were discussing social studies, which has become one of his most difficult subjects, and that and science. And he says, I got my test back today. I said, your test for what? He goes, social studies. I said, and? He goes, I got an 88. And I freaked out. I didn't know, because these were not grades that my son was able to pull. And I'm driving and I'm smacking him in the thigh, and I'm just so excited because I'm like, see, you can do it. I said, I think our relationship has gotten so much better. His confidence has really changed. I said to him, I want to be honest with you. I am so excited that you have managed to graduate, or, he was on his way to graduating. I said, you managed to really just have a full turnaround. And I said, but I do have one small fear. I said, and I'm going to be honest, that at some point you're going to turn around and go back to the pain that we've dealt with for the last 3 years. And he looked at me and he says, I'll never go back to being that kid, because I hated myself being that way. And I'm driving again, because we have all our conversations in the car, and I started crying. And it just happened to be my birthday on the night that he said it, and I said, that was the best gift I could have ever gotten from you. Huntington has really changed our relationship and our lives together. And if he doesn't become a straight A student, I'm fine with that. Just having him be able to be successful and have the confidence to sit down and be able to do the work is so much more than my kid's in honor roll, my kid's doing this. Even if he just can maintain the B's, the C's, I would be so happy. So last night, my son was able to put his cap and gown on and turn the tassel, and he's officially graduated out of 8th grade.